where stories ignite. Every spark and ember glows with tales tonight. We'll read, you'll choose, endless quest, fireside tales, and me. Every path we take leads to worlds we've yet to see. Heroes rise and fall in lands both near and far. Mysteries unravel under moon and star. Twists and turns behind each door. Every page holds something more. Come closer now, the fire's warm. Adventures calling evermore. We'll read, you'll choose, endless quest, fireside tales, and me. Every path we take leads to worlds we've yet to see. So stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun. So stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun. Grab the book and let's set the stage. A fantasy adventure. Turn the page. Endless quest where the story unfolds. Together we'll journey, brave and bold. Live on stream, we'll take the lead. Check decides our every deed. Into unknown lands we will go. With the power of choice, we'll steal the show. Dragons need to castles high. We'll face the challenge, no need to shine. This fantasy realm will roam free. With each twist and turn, a new path we'll see. Round this fantasy realm, we'll roam free. With each twist and turn, a new path we'll see.
Greetings. This program may contain mature content. From the hilt cautions. Viewer discretion is advised. This is live content and sometimes people swear. Because we like to say shit if we want to. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Logan the G.I. Joe Gamer. Welcome to another review of an Endless Quest book. Tonight we are going to be continuing Night of the Tiger. We should finish that up. I got a bookmark on where we were, which I don't know. We'll have to see if we can remember what we were doing, and then we'll get into Mountain of Mirrors after that. But before we jump into that, give people time to jump in here. Give everybody a shout out. I think I got everybody started here. Let's see. We got Cool Gamer in the house. How you doing? It's good to see you. I think I said hi to everybody in the chat as well. We got Radini. Ray, how are you doing? It's nice to see you. Looking forward to gaming with you on Monday. That should be awesome. David, Kelly, Jordan Squad. I'm missing your football videos, man. Hope you put some more up. That'd be some cool stuff. And of course, we got Victor Gibson in the house. How you doing, Victor? We also have Tiger in the house. I'll see if I can pop something up. Can Bobby jump in there? Victor Gibson. Look for a big Adobe monkey on Instagram. He's got really cool stuff. I really like Victor Gibson's artwork. All right, let's see here. Do we get a Bobby in the house? We got a Bobby in the house. We have a Bobby in the house.
Hello, Bobby the... Well, hello, Bobby the Blue Chick.
I don't know how often I'm going to do that, Bobby, but I've got the clip ready, so. All right, good to see everybody. But let's check out what we have for the poll for next time. We have June 6th will be our next Endless Quest book review. We got Raid on Nightmare Castle as one of the choices. The second choice is The Dragon's Ransom. And third choice is King's Quest. And the fourth choice is my newest book that I've never read, is Duel of the Masters. So not wanting to sway the vote because I love all these books. So it should be fun. Either way. Yeah, I'm having issues with the internet today too, Bobby. Something's going on with YouTube. I've been uploading videos and they're still processing and have been for a while. I'm glad you liked the clip. Oh, let's see. That is shit, Bobby. Yes, I agree, Ray. Yeah. The internet's batty today. I agree. I don't know if that's what you meant, Ray, but I don't know what's going on. But yeah, YouTube hasn't. Instagram seems to be working fine, so I know it's not me. That's so I uploaded a couple of videos on Instagram today, so we'll see. All right. See what we got going on tonight. We got Night of the Tiger. I don't really remember where we were. I know that they started out of magic school, and pretty much all the choices made you go into a certain direction. And we'll just jump right into it and see if we can finish it up. How's that sound, everybody? Because I definitely don't want to start this one again, man. It seemed like it took us forever just to get to this point. Yeah, you had a vid stuck in processing, but it's up now. Well, mine'll probably be up later too. I'll just leave it be. We'll see how it works out, Victor. All right, so bookmark says number 39, so I'm guessing we're on number 39. This is one of these Endless Quest books from the 90s. I got two of these, and they read really strange. They don't give you the normal choices. They just tell you to go to a number, and you have to find the number in the book. The numbers are in a row, but it's still kind of weird. Hello, Maritza. Hola. How you doing? It's nice to see you. You're having trouble linking videos today and unlikes immediately? Wow, that's weird. I mean, you've probably been in other links. It is weird, but like I said, so it's not just me. I thought maybe it was just me, but I think it's just YouTube today. It happens. All right, so let me see. Let's figure out who we are in this one. We are Riondi, a young apprentice wizard, and we're confronting a powerful lord who has placed a terrible curse upon the land. So let's get right back into Night of the Tiger. All right. Carissa, you say, I have a choice. Go home to the university or continue on this fool errand to Ariani's palace. That's no choice at all. You square your shoulders and look into her old eyes. I can't let the people of Fadil remain cursed. I can't let what Ariani did to the village go unpunished. And above all, I can't let him continue this rampage of terror. There's nothing to stop him from doing to other villages what he did to Fadil. Now, I recall that we got to this village, and your home village, and it was all destroyed. And, and then you went and sought out your mother's twin or your grandmother's twin or something like that, mother or grandmother. And that's where you are. You're at Mad Carrie's house. Let's see. What am I missing in the chat? Something about Tiger being the best, and I can't agree more with that. Hey, we got a J Pylon in the house. I think that J Pylon or Pylon. Either way, how you doing? Welcome. Let me see if I can check it out here. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, somebody new. It's nice to see you.
Jordan wants to be blue. I don't know if you want to make him.
Oh, David, you're not blue? Oh, wow. Yeah, we can fix that right now. We will give you a blue shirt. Well, I normally, if you've been here 2 or 3 times, then I'll give you a moderator status and give you a blue shirt, as we call it. Bobby likes the blue shirts. Yesterday was comments and likes. Oh, yeah, see, I wasn't really doing much on YouTube yesterday, but I just uploaded a couple videos and it seemed to be fine yesterday. But today, YouTube's being weird. And yeah, I haven't been getting a lot of my notifications either, but that's YouTube. All right, let's continue. We're talking to our grandmother here. Jay Palan is awesome, in case anyone is wondering. Well, cool. Nice to have you with us, Jay. Let's see. Can't do it now, Bobby. You had your chance. All right. Or worse, Bad Carrie cackles softly. He's capable of much worse, she sighs, then breaks into a broad grin. But Brandy, with your decision, maybe there's some hope for all of us. Take care of yourself. I'll try to look in on you from time to time. You hold your breath and let the old woman's wave of magic wash over you. The world becomes a swirling mass of red-orange hues that shift and ripple before your eyes. It reminds you of a magical display your professor at the university put on for the summer festival. But this is much better. The intensity of the colors is almost too much for you to handle. And just when you believe that you will surely go blind, the reds and oranges start to fade, become muted and pastel. Then dark and somber until blackness is all around you. The world is filled with night again. You exhale slowly as your eyes adjust to dark shades of gray, separate from the blacks. Soon you can make out a few features of the dust-shrouded landscape. The air is filled with the shrill sounds of monkeys and parrots and the heavy scent of recent rain. That's kind of weird just jumping into this, but we'll roll with it. Telling you should be enough. Oh, okay. I get you. Oh, apparently it has not uploaded yet. Oh, yeah, that's what I said. So it's definitely not me. Maybe they're doing an update or something. You never know. Yes, there are monkeys. Yes. Were there monkeys? Yes, there are monkeys. We are on a jungle island, so let's get on with this so we can get into Mountain of Mirrors. Before you rise the mountains of Sri Raji, they are covered with a riot of trees and ferns. Interesting way to state that. Though you can make out a few barren patches where rocks jut out at odd angles and hold the jungle at bay. It's all so dark. You wish Ariani would release his spell and let the sun light your path. How far from the Lord's palace did Mad Carrie deposit you? A snarl penetrates the humid air, silencing the monkeys and sending chills racing up and down your spine. A twig snaps. Your ring tingles wildly, and you hear a deep growl. We've got to hurry, Kadeg urges as he starts up the incline, moving as fast as his bird legs can carry him. You scamper behind him, letting yourself be swallowed by the tall ferns. After traveling a few hundred yards, you motion for Kadeg to slow his pace. The sounds of the jungle have started again. You hear the cries of parrots and the playful screeches of monkeys. The tiger didn't follow you up the mountainside. Okay, now I remember Kadeg is like he's one of your villagers, but they've all been turned into like raven people. It was pretty cool. Well, not for them, but for the story. Uh-oh, Bobby. See no evil, hear no evil. Speak no evil. Yes, you did. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I'm also sure I enjoy this continuing stuff. So maybe next time we'll just go until it's done. But like this book is really long. It turned into an endless quest book. And yes, the author is Gene Rabe. I forgot to say that. So, all right. But did it herd you in this direction? Oh, that's a good question. You continue to climb for more than an hour until the sore muscles in your legs protest enough to make you pause. Just you stop to catch your breath and see Kadeg staring at something on the ground. It's too dark to tell what has caught his interest. The great bird leans forward and pecks at the object. With a surge of revulsion, you realize he's going to eat a dead animal. Hello, Superior Cyber Godzilla. How you doing, buddy? Tiger gets points for roleplay tonight. Full roleplay, right? We'll see about that. We'll see, Bobby. We'll see. All right, so. No, you bark. Stop it. Don't eat the dead bird. It's not like you're a crow or anything. Or a raven. Kadeg looks at you, and despite the darkness, you see a hint of anger in his eyes. I got to get this curse lifted quickly, you mumble. You shake your head at him, then raise your voice so he can hear. We can't take time to rest. We've got to keep going. I feel a little stronger now. Why don't you fly us for a while? You begin the words to the incantation that will make you small. Save your magic, a craggy voice warns inside your head. It's Mad Carrie. You're surprised she could read your mind from so far away. Conserve your energy and for when you truly need it. How much further is the castle? Is Lord Ariani there? Does he know we're coming? Your head spins with questions. But they go unanswered. You glance up the slope and shrug because of the darkness. You can't tell how much farther you have to travel. What we got going on? I hear some giggling over here from my wife. So we'll see. Somebody said, "Ew, yeah, that is gross. He's eat the dead animal, but he is a raven." Tiger, I made it 2080 more than we get content. Everyone saying hi. All right, let's continue on. Hours later, you break through the jungle and stand at the top of the mountain. It's covered with thick grass. There are no trees. Boulders poke up from the ground here and there at odd angles. The air feels unnaturally still here, and the sky overhead is a murky gray, swept by patches of black. Yes, Peck. He needs to eat. The boy's got to eat. You know, it's just how it is. Where's the palace? I thought Mad Carrie transported us near the palace. You are near, she whispers inside your head. I took you as close as I dared. Kadeg gazes about until his beady eyes light on an odd formation of man-high rocks, almost indistinguishable from the darkness. He nudges you and starts in their direction, not waiting to see what you will do. You start to protest, but think better of it, following him and keeping your eyes on the rocks at the same time. There are at least a dozen of the large stones, arranged in a roughly circular formation. Something about them unnerves you. The positions of the stones don't seem natural. They look arranged. You concentrate on your hand as you get closer. The ring isn't tingling, and that makes you feel a little better, but only a little. If I'm getting this right, the ring was a ring of enemy detection. The palace is invisible. That's a possibility. Everything will be fine. Jess is here. Welcome, Jess. Yes, thank the gods. Nice one, Ray. All right, it's good to see you, Jess. Let's keep this going. Stop where you are, booms a deep voice. You stop and peer into the darkness, trying to locate the speaker. I didn't know they had electronic speakers in this, but we'll go for it. Hi, Jess. Okay. Kadeg has begun shifting his weight back and forth on his feet, raising his wings, a threatening gesture you have seen the jungle parrots make. The Ravenkin is looking for the speaker too. Ha! Hi, Pops. It's my kid. So Fluffy Dog, how you doing, man? Yeah. Tiger calls him B. All right. But you see no one. You and Cadag are alone up here. Is Mad Carrie playing a joke? The ring isn't tingling, so there must not be any threat. You glance around once more to make sure no one is near, then start forward toward the circle of stones. You are almost upon the rocks when the voice reverberates around you again. I said stop! Oh, shake everything. All right. Too late. You feel your ring tingle. Tingle. Your feet are rooted to the earth as securely as heavy bricks held by strong mortar. Mad Carrie shrank and is now in your ear. That's a possibility. That would be weird, wouldn't it? But it would be funny. She'd be all covered in wax. She comes out and goes, ew. I don't know why I thought of that. It's just weird. You summon as much strength as you can muster, but you can't move. You can't move them even an inch. Dang, you shout. You hear the flapping of the Ravenkin's wings behind you, and he rises into the air and glides toward the circle. There's got to be a wizard hiding behind one of those stones. Find him. I can't move. Never too late to feel your ring tingle. You got that right. Just make it more. Just make it gross, dear. I do my best. That's more you. More you. I don't know why I thought of the earwax thing. Whatever. Cadag quickly banks over the stone formation. His dark feathers make him practically invisible in the night sky. He drifts closer to the ground until his feet nearly brush the tops of the stones, then rises and speeds towards you. I think we all could use some cookies. That sounds good. Good call, Bobby. Okay. There's no one there, only the rocks. No, only the spirits. It's the same voice that ordered you to stop. The spirits of the lords of the island. The stones mark our graves. Oh, yeah, best you can do for now. I get you. B3, but apparently I'm not allowed to eat them. Oh, bummer. We'll eat cookies. It's part of the human condition. Yep, I agree. What do they call them in Great Britain? Biscuits? I think that's weird, but I think that's what they call cookies. You gape in astonishment as large, craggy faces form on the massive stones. There are 12 grave markers in all, each one holding a different image. One stony face looks ancient, with a rocky face filled with cracks, like an old man's wrinkles. Another is smooth and unblemished, as if it were the face of a young man. Others bear scars and a variety of expressions that have distinctive features to set them apart. Our spirits rest in these stones, as our wills are too strong and powerful to leave this realm behind. But our bodies were weak, and now we lie rotting beneath the earth. Your body shall rot with ours. O trespasser of the Harsha Mountains, you shall soon be food for the worms. Oh, sorry. Got a little into that one. Yes. Cookies is one of the food groups. Yeah, I think so. Zombies. No zombies. It might be zombies though. Oh, we got a cool picture here. See if I can get that to focus. There we go. Had something come up on my screen for whatever reason. Love it. Okay, cool. All right, right. Let's have a good time tonight. All right. The speaker is the largest stone, the one with the most cracks in it. The eyes are shadowy recesses, and the mouth a gaping hole that moves almost imperceptibly with each word. Agreed, pipes up a smooth stone with a haunting flute-like voice. Our spirit shall slay the mortal who comes to disturb our eternal rest. You know, mud people, and I don't know either, Jess, but I'll show it again if you want. Guys, you take a better look. It's like a bunch of stones coming to life. I believe these creatures were called Galen Dur, but in Ravenloft they might be something else. Because we're reading a Ravenloft module, or Endless Quest book. A crystal flute-like voice, yes. It's a port. Yeah, it could be. All right, here we go. No, don't kill me, you croak, your voice cracking with fear. I didn't mean to bother you. I didn't mean you any harm. Oh, boy. Got to work on my storage space, apparently. Have to tell me right now. Okay. The smooth stone laughs hollowly. Everyone means everyone harm. There is hate in everyone's heart. Who are you? Poses another spirit. This one with a sultry feminine voice. Sorry, I can't do that one. But I'll try. We wish to know the name of our victim, the one who shall join us for all eons. Too many AI songs. Cookies! Oh, more cookies. Hey, at least you brought some to share there, Superior Cyber Godzilla. Okay. I am called Briandi, you say nervously. I've come looking for Lord Ariani, and I didn't intend to trespass in your cemetery. You try to focus on the ring, remembering about the bolt of goodness you can call forth. But it's hard to concentrate when you are so frightened. That's nice. We got a bunch of animals. Animal crackers in my... Oh, sorry. I'm eating animals now. Okay, yeah, animal cookies probably. Oh, mother's cookies. Circus cookies. I'll have to get some of those later. Lord Oriana is not here, the oldest stone says slowly. Though in time his body will rest with ours. Not even his great power can keep him from the grave indefinitely. Some of those are weird animals to eat. Yeah, I agree, Jess, but they taste good all the same. Kadeg hovers above you, cawing anxiously. Caw, caw. You motion him away, not wanting him to share your fate. Briandi, the female spirit repeats contemptuously. Fool would be a better name. No one with any sense seeks Lord Oriani. These are Barnums. Let's see. Looks like an animal centipede. Yeah, those are good. I only had them once. Yep. Okay. Perhaps he has to be a sacrifice, the smooth stone says. Are you a sacrifice, Briandi? I would delight in robbing the hungry lord of a sacrifice. Hey, yo, Joe Spexapil, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Animal crackers? Oh, they are great. Yes, they are. You shake your head in fear and frustration and look down at your feet. Stone covers your toes and anchors your heels. Please, listen to me, you implore. I need to reach Ariani's palace. I've got to make him lift a curse. If you kill me, there'll be no one left to stop him. The ground rumbles ground rumbles. And after a moment, you realize it is the circle of spirits laughing. Lift a curse, the smooth stone titters. Titters, I like that word. You can't make Ariani lift a curse. What curse do you carry that is so awful? What curse has been placed upon you that causes you to risk death to break it? The ground rumbles again in laughter. And it is all you can do to keep your balance. Okay. Cookies is a good group on its own, but also has a few more food groups in it. Sometimes, yeah. Everybody saying hi to Spexapil. Nice to see you, Joe. I'm going to make him lift the curse on my village. The words erupt from your mouth in anger. He turned all the people into giant ravens. He destroyed their homes. He killed my father. You struggle against the rock holding you in place. And at last you are rewarded when you pitch forward on your face, freed from the ground. For an instant you wonder if you freed yourself of your own accord or if the spirits released you. And I'm sorry, I just, when he said you killed my father, I just, it popped into my head, it being May the 4th tomorrow. No, I am your father. I'm sorry. Okay, cookies are your kryptonite? Yeah, sometimes I think they're mine too. Yeah, and you like chocolate ice and ice cream? I like chocolate ice cream. Yep, ice cream. Can someone tell me what GTSY means? Good to see you. There you go. That one I know. Okay. There is a great deal more to fear on this mountain top than us. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me reread that. There is a great deal more to fear on this mountain top than us, the female spirit warns. Ariane has minions everywhere. You can't hope to escape them. You seize the opportunity to bolt away from the stone circle, hoping to put some distance between you and the spirits. But a roar reverberates across the mountaintop, and you skid to a halt. Padding into view up the side of the slope comes a great cat. It must be 12 feet from nose to tail, and it must weigh as much as several men. Its thick orangish fur alternates with jet stripes, as black as the night sky. You can see the huge beast's muscles ripple as it moves. Goosebumps sprout all over your body, and you hear Kadag caw from somewhere above you. Caw, caw. The tiger stops several yards away and stands as still as the stones in the circle, sniffing the air. Its bright green eyes hold yours, and you watch numbly as it takes another step towards you. Shivering, you step backward, closer to the circle of stones. And we got a guitar off the cuff in the house. How you doing, David? Okay, it's good to see you. We're just reading an endless quest book tonight. Haven't had any choices yet. This is a wordy one. Clearly, Gene Rabe is an author, and not an author and game master like Rose Estes. But Mountain of Mirrors is written by Rose Estes, so we will be getting into that in a bit with a lot more choices, I hope. Let's see. Everybody saying hello? Stones, yes. We got the stones. The kill comment. What comment? Yeah, what comment? Hello, Sith Lordly, my bro, Spine Ticks. How you doing? It's good to see you. All right, but we didn't get to a choice yet, so you haven't missed any of the choices. Now, where was I? You are both captivated and terrified by the animal's magnificence and grace as it silently regards you. Then the tiger's whiskers twitch, and its lips curl back in a snarl. Its eyes flash and flicker like the flame inside a lantern, and it opens its gaping, tooth-filled mouth and snarls. The sound sends shivers racing up your spine. The tiger charges forward, its fangs bared. You brace yourself and concentrate on the ring. It's tingling wildly. Concentrate, you urge yourself. Though you find it difficult to think of your bauble with a 700-pound tiger charging at you. All right, I'm saying hi. You feel yourself sinking into the coolness of the gem, just as the great cat leaps at you. Its forward claws are outstretched, each paw as big as your head. You smell its hot breath on your face as you sink even deeper into the bloodstone. The cat seems to fly through the air at you. Your eyes freeze open in terror as you swallow hard and wait for the end. You pray it will be quick. The cat lets loose a great roar that snarls as it is hurled backward by an invisible force. The cat leaps to its feet and bounds at you again, and again it is held at bay. Your mouth drops open in astonishment. I do not weigh 700 pounds. Is it you? This is him. This is Ariane, I'm guessing. Everybody still saying hi? That's cool. All right. The ring, you cry. It works! The bloodstone ring has created a protective barrier around you. The tiger snarls angrily, paws at the ground, and rears back on its hindquarters to bat at the air. Tentatively, it slinks forward and swats at the air again until it comes within a foot of you and meets resistance. It has found the barrier. You wipe the sweat away from your eyes and watch as the great cat begins to pace around the clear bubble that surrounds you. Glancing upwards, you see Kadeg circling, mirroring the cat's path. Suddenly, the ravenkin caws loudly and dives at the tiger, slamming into its back and knocking the creature off balance. Kadeg shoots into the sky just as the cat leaps to its feet. It snarls, louder still. I'm liking this. This is better than the first reading so far, but I wish it had more choices. I like barbecue. Barbecue is the best. I love barbecue. And yeah. Sweet Victor, digging into some chicken right now. Oh, see how you are? I am full though, so you're not making me hungry. But it does sound good. You close your eyes and think of Mad Carrie. Maybe she could offer you some advice, but where is she? The tiger begins to pace again as you concentrate on the old woman, trying to get her to pick up your thoughts. No, you spout, realizing that as you concentrated on something else, the protective field began to vanish. What? Wait, whoa, Jess. What do you mean Firefly sucks? What? You cannot like Firefly. My brother didn't either. I don't know why. You just ate nuggies from McDonald's? That's cool, Joe. What? There I am, Victor. What? Yeah, I want barbecue too. It says it's barbecue, but it's alive. Freaking rude. Yes, rude. Image generator, not the show. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about the image generator. She didn't mean it. No, I get it. If you haven't seen Firefly yet, that's one of the best shows ever. Firefly, one of my favorite characters from G.I. Joe. One of mine too. Different Firefly. Ooh, okay, all is forgiven. We're having fun tonight. Yes, there we go. Everybody saying hi. All right, let's continue. The great cat senses the change too. The beast springs forward, shoving its front feet into your chest and tackling you. In a deadly embrace, you and the tiger roll over and over, closer to the stone circle. You wince as its claws slice through your clothing and scratch your legs and chest. You shove your arms out in front of you, trying to push the cat away, but it weighs too much. And it is far too powerful. The wing. You try to concentrate on the bloodstone to pull your thoughts away from the tiger, but it's impossible. You feel the animal's strong, rank breath on your face. You struggle against the great cat while overhead Kadeg caws in panic. You can't see the ravenkin, but you know he must be near. Suddenly you see Kadeg darting at the tiger again. You feel the cat's body release you as Kadeg slams into it. The tiger whirls to face the ravenkin, which has landed nearby. What we got going on here? Are you still saying hi? So much fun. I like that. Firefly is a cool space show. Yes, it is. One of many I like growing up. Well, I saw it as I was older, but I still love it, man. Love I. Let's see. I retract my maniacal outlash. I think we all do. Yes, the show is totally awesome. Yeah, we had a moment there, didn't we, guys? In the middle of reading, we had sorry, this book is like splitting the party and never getting to do anything. I agree, Ray. When's this gonna end? Firefly is one of the best shows ever. Yes, I'm waiting for a choice. We haven't got one. Okay. Thanks to everyone that I apologize for thinking I was crazy. I didn't think you were crazy, Jess. Tim Hortons is about 1 by 100 box hit. Okay, I don't know what that is. Right, Rue. Why were we all so mad? Sorry, overreacted. I apologize. I think we all do. Yes. We're on Instagram, Callie Jordan Squad. Okay, cool. You can put You got a blue shirt now, David. Post it in the chat if you want. All right. Now's your chance. You struggle to your feet, breathe in a great gulp of air to steady yourself, then concentrate on the bloodstone. In a moment, you feel the cool smoothness of the gem rise about you. You focus all your attention on the stone. You hear the tiger's feet pounding across the grass. Then, one mighty leap, it's upon Kadeg. You see black feathers flying everywhere. Quickly lost in the night sky as your ravenkin friend caws in pain. Sorry. Let's see. Yes, everything is fine. I like that. Where we got the excommunication papers were being dropped. Oh no, I don't see anyone's shorts. Yeah, we don't need to see shorts. They don't notify, and there are so many. Yeah, I've been that way too for a few weeks. If I catch them, I catch them. Let's see. I never said you weren't crazy. I don't have enough data to determine that. You're here listening to this madness, but that's okay, Bobby. Stuff in your face. I don't blame you. I want to eat the stone. Well, that's a possibility. With cookies, Bobby. Okay. That could be true. Okay. What are you eating, Bobby? Victor wants to know. Dude, 8K from 100K. Oh, okay. Get off there. Yeah, I know I got to free up storage space. Leave me alone. Let's see, David says, we are like the mafia in this crew. Yeah, somewhat. Likely by Monday of next week. Okay. All right. Let's see if we get this done, because I think this might be the end of the book. But no! This doesn't give us a choice. It just tells us to turn to a page here on the next page. So, Kadeg's desperate plight makes your next decision clear. A mere protective field will neither do you nor Kadeg any good. You have to use the ring's energy bolt. Now you scream, and a stream of golden force shoots forth from the stone and strikes the tiger solidly in the back. The cat howls in pain and falls forward, twitching for a moment before it lies still. You fall to your knees exhausted. Bad Carrie was right. The ring feeds off your strength. Kadeg drags himself to his feet and looks forlornly at you. I have a terrible feeling Lord Ariani knows we're coming, Briandi. I think he sent the tiger. I know, you say as you brush at the dirt. You brush at the dirt on, and I can't get on the next page. Publix has great fried chicken. Never had Publix. Yes and yes, Bobby. Okay. You brush the dirt off your clothes and inspect a bleeding gash on your chest. But Carrie said he's able to control all the creatures on the island. Yeah, I was actually hoping he would be the tiger so we could get on with this. He cannot control us, the speaker. He could not control us. The speaker is the spirit inside the largest stone, the one with all the cracks on it. We bear no love for the lord of the island. No, this female spirit purrs. But we envy him his life. We wish he were dead like us, and you might have the power to fulfill our wishes. The smooth stone speaks next. If your aim is to kill Lord Ariani, who slew me and robbed me of my power, we will help you. Your body will be food for the worms someday, but not today. Okay. You take a tentative step toward the stone circle. The cemetery is of the island's lords. Kadeg flutters over your head and lands near the largest stone. How can you help us? The Raven Kid asked. We can take you to his castle. He keeps it hidden from prying eyes. The female spirit says, we will open the gateway for you. So the tiger was right. The castle is invisible. Dead stones want to help. How weird. Yeah, I agree. All right. What? I agree, Ray. We'll see. One way or the other, we'll see. With that, the largest stone begins to shimmer, giving off an eerie, pale silver light. For a moment, the stone looks like putty. Then it begins to reshape itself, turning its craggy mouth into an opening nearly your height. Oh, yes. I want to go into the mouth of this stone creature so badly. I don't know about you guys. Spine Ticks will have 150K subs. Well, that'd be cool. Let's see. They literally said they wish we were dead like them. Not for another few months. Yeah, okay. Where are you at today, Sith? I haven't had a chance to look. Open port room. We'll put it up there, but there's a link in the description. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Pretty sure I put a link in the description to you guys. Yep. Links in the description to this and all our Lenharo games this month. I mean, 92.7. Awesome. You're getting really close, bud. I can't wait to see it tick over to 100K. That'd be awesome. Okay, let me see. So, yes, link in the description to Spine Ticks. I think we're all subbed up. Whoever is it, go for it. Okay. You hesitate for only a second. No, I'd hesitate a little longer than a second, but we'll go. You'll have to trust the spirits, you decide. After all, if you stay here, more tigers could come at you any moment. You see the opening start to shrink, and you hurry toward the rock. Kadeg scampers past you. Without hesitating, disappears into the stone's inky black maw. Ah! Okay. We need a party. Yes, there'll be a party. Last Saturday with you and Tiger was one of the most viewed Spine Ticks non-vertical lives from the hill. Awesome. Nice to hear. I will consume the knowledge from the books. Hello, GM Cody. Welcome, sir. We're just reading an endless quest book tonight. And having a good talk in the chat. Spine Ticks is getting close to 100,000 subs, which is awesome. You seem to get more than 52-ish. It drops to 48. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jess. Sometimes. Shrinking port syndrome. Everybody saying hi to Cody? All right. Let's continue. We're almost to that turn the page, at least. Okay. Behind you, a tiger roars. Just as you feared, Ariane has sent other great cats after you. Your great heart hammers in your chest. Your heart hammers in your chest. With each step you take, the roar behind you grows louder. You grit your teeth and use all the strength left in your body to propel yourself forward. You launch yourself through the air, leaping the last few feet. Then the darkness of the gravestone's mouth swallows you, and from somewhere behind you, an agonizing roar reverberates. Then everything grows silent. Now, once we turn to page 9, think you're almost free to pay more attention. All right, Bobby, I hope we're out of choice. Yep, I love me some Star Trek too. Had an awesome time. Especially love the Star Trek talk. Yeah, we'll get into that. Star Trek. Shake the computer. No, I just have to shake the table and my monitor and my camera wrong. Rob, you rebought a lot of Star Trek novels this week. We got a bunch of Star Trek novels, so we can look at some of those. Ray, I know this Nero Song stuff is daunting. Yep. OG Trek all day. Legendary, I agree. You got a bunch of those books? Yep, that's what I was just saying. All right, so let me turn to page 9 and see what's up with this book and see if it continues on, or actually, choice 9. I found choice 10, so we're almost there. Oh, at the end of this, it actually gives a choice, so let's see how long this is. Oh, it's only about a page, 2 pages. All right, so here we go. Let's see. You got to get back to your last unicorn, Star Trek RPG books. I heard of those. I've never played them. Got lots of that going on. Yep. He ran, cat behind him. That's cool. That's cool, man. Star Trek versus Star Wars. Hard to say, but I'm a fan of both. Let's go. Yes. Played the hell out of that back in high school with my favorite RPG, Star Trek. Cool. I wouldn't mind playing some Star Trek. I love the Star Trek show that Bear the Gen X GM had on Zenith Comic Presents, which is what they call the channel now. There's a link to the Bear the Gen X GM, but I don't know if it works to the new channel. It should still work. We'll see. I should check those out. He's changed his channel a couple of times this year. The channel name. Yeah, wake you when Hogan's Heroes is on. Oh shit. I still need to play my reclaimed from the Borg for a who doesn't care about the rules of acquisition. That would be cool, Sith. I really believe that. Game wrap up. Let me see. Well, he's here, so yep. But really, it was nuts. That's cool. I'm glad you guys had a good time. See, I was all about Star Wars through the Return of the Jedi. Then I transitioned more to Star Trek. Me too. Same, bud. You can catch the replay. I might be able to do that too. I hope so. Bigger Star Trek fan, but I do love me some Mandalorian. Yep, love the Mandalorian. All right, let's get into this and see if we actually get to a choice. And I'm right there with you. I think Star Trek is, I don't know, more mature maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. I love Star Wars. So I don't really like to compare the two because one is a fantasy and one is sci-fi. So it's up to you how you feel about it. Star Trek to be good while Star Wars is iffy. Yeah, it depends on the Star Wars. Mandalorian is next level, David. First 2 seasons anyway. So third season wasn't bad, just wasn't as good as the first 2. And yes, stay on target. And then Bobby has to go and throw a Pikachu in there. A Pikachu. Oh, all right. Let's do this. You slide several feet down into the earth, then land solidly on a rocky surface. It is darker than Ariane's unnatural light in here. You feel about with your fingers until you touch a stone wall. It feels cool to the touch. You guess that you are some distance below ground. Below the oppressive heat of the jungle, pulling yourself to your feet, you grope around with your fingertips and discover you are in a small cave. You don't hear Kadeg, though you saw him enter before you. Taking a tentative step forward, you feel your way deeper into the cave and determine that it slopes downward. The stone is damp, but the farther you travel, the drier it becomes. Kadeg, you call tentatively? Are you in here? Let's see. A bunch of stuff came up while I was reading. When it comes to Star Wars, I like the original non-CG movies. Kind of feel the same, Jess. Bobby. Hadouken! Yes. I don't know where that came from. Some Street Fighter. Like both Star Trek and Wars, they are completely different things, but I only really love the original Star Wars and everything related to it. I kind of like it all, but I'm that kind of dude. I just enjoy the cool stuff. Now, I have to say there's some of it I don't like, but for the most part, I enjoy it. Said make a choice. We're about to get to one. You choose. You chose Pikachu. Oh, I get it. I chose Mew in that case. She's a witch. What are you talking about? Rathacon is so awesome every second of it. I agree. I definitely agree with that statement. All right. Your words echo off the walls of the cave. Moments pass. Finally, you hear a soft caw somewhere far ahead. Caw. Speeding your pace, you almost stumble as you hurry along, keeping your fingers against the wall of the cave to guide you. After what seems like hours, you spot a pinpoint of silver light far ahead. The ground begins to rumble around you, and you grab the wall for support. The rumbling continues, and at last you recognize the sound as spirits' laughter. Have they played a terrible trick on you? Are you about to be buried here beneath the earth? You plod forward, the questions continuing to dance inside your head. Eventually the light grows larger, and you increase your pace. Faster, you urge your feet. Faster. You cute. Soft cough. Yeah. Finally, you read the opening. As you emerge from the cave, you stumble on a rock and fall forward onto coarse sand illuminated by the silvery light of the moon overhead. You pull yourself to your knees and see Kadeg strut towards you. Behind him is a massive building made of polished tan stone. The front of the building is carved to look like the vishes of a tiger, with a great wooden door set into the creature's mouth. The rays of the moon make the building sparkle. This must be Ariana's palace, you decide. A wide expanse of sand extends outward in all directions from the building, sloping away from the sand. The sides of the mountain are covered with trees. You can't see to the bottom of the mountain from where you are, nor can you see the cave that you just exited. Kadag extends one wing out towards you. You grab it and let the Raven Kid pull you to your feet, all the while keeping your eyes on the building. It must be several stories tall. It's totally windowless, except for a short row of windows near the roof. The only door you see is the one in the tiger's mouth. Your ring tingles badly. Now, see, that would have been a cool picture to put in here. Let's see. Your father was the original Star Wars movies and all the Star Trek movies on VHS. He had them? Yeah, I did too. I don't have any of my VHS stuff anymore, but I used to. In fact, for a while there, they wouldn't put Star Wars on DVD, and they were all VHS. They came out VHS for quite a while there. Let's see. Wow, Jess, those are rare. An unaltered copy of Star Wars. Yes, I agree. No CG crap. CG is computer-generated images is what it is. Yes. Let's see. This is going to get real dangerous real fast, you tell yourself, as you pad by the Raven Kid. Headed toward the palace, it seems odd to you that there are no guards about. Kadag caws and catches up to you. Caw-caw, caw-caw. You quickly close the distance to the palace doors. I don't like this, Kadag. There's not even a guard at the door. Oh, but there is, young trespasser. There most certainly is a guard. With that, a face suddenly appears in the middle of the door. What was the door's tarnished knocker becomes a ring in the face's nose. Okay, that made sense. The cow. Yep, the cow. I like CGI. It's just a different type of art, in my opinion. Yep. To each his own. I do too. You can't tell whether the monotone, expressionless voice is male or female. It could belong to either sex. You watch the door for a moment and are surprised to see the face curl its lips into a snarl. The face looks vaguely human, but its ears are large and pointed like a bat's. I wish to enter, you state simply, not sure what else to say. No, the door replies flatly. But my master tells me you bear him a gift. He says I should instruct you to place the ring in my mouth. If you do that, my master might allow you to live. Ariane can't have the ring. You rush forward and tug on the knocker. But the door doesn't budge. You kick the wood with your foot and give the knocker another hard yank. All right, Ray. Now, I guess that whole paragraph was for you. Yay, Pixar. Okay, yes, I like Pixar. Oh, I thought you said you were leaving, Victor. I guess I'm not paying attention. Well, I hope Victor is not leaving. Yep. He's been waiting for Endless Quest book for a while. It's a mouth port, Rue. Yep. If Rue's watching us. All right, let's see. Don't put stuff in your mouth. Like that, Bobby. No, Don, I had to eat dinner at the start of the game. It's all cool. Your mouth? Yeah, I kind of figured that, Bobby. I like the way it kind of just nothing, just boom. Let's see. The door cackles at you in its dull, monotone voice. No one gets in without the master's permission. You are not invited, young trespasser. But the ring is. I'm not giving up the ring, you tell the door. You turn to Kadag. The ring is our only protection, and without it, there's nothing to stop Ariane. Still, it's pretty obvious we're not getting in this way. Say, aha. Muffin could have worked. Good. Sorry, what? Is there a choice yet? We're almost to a choice, really. My phone says what it wants. This is true. Right. All right. You step back from the door and study the palace. You got to get in somehow. The roof? You haven't cast the spells yet today. You could make yourself small, and Kadag and you could fly to the top, hoping to find a way in. Or you could make yourself even smaller and slip under the crack at the bottom of the door. Of course, if you elect the latter, Kadag will have to wait out here for you. Our choices are elect to fly with Kadeg to the top of the castle or slip under the door. So we finally have a choice. Don't put stuff in your muffin. Can't agree more, Ray. YouTube keeps removing my comments. You know, that's happened to me a few times too. Plus, they hide them from me. I have to go look for them. You can learn a lot from a stuffed muffin, Ray. Hells yes, you can. All right, so what's it going to be? Either way, we're shrinking down. They're not giving us a choice in that, but we can fly to the top of the castle or slip under the door. But if we slip under the door, we don't get to take the Raven Kid with us. I'm not a blueberry fan. Eat them all you want. And repeat the choices and reread the last 10 pages. No, thank you, Ray. It took us long enough just to get here. We're already an hour in and we haven't got the mountain of beers yet. Yep. Need to hurry up? Okay. All right. See? Go with the bird, caca. So he wants to go to the top. What's that? Go under the door. See, we got go under the door. We got go on the top of the castle.
You got one of each choice.
So one of each so far. Your comments are on the wrong post, probably, crazy YouTube. Yeah, that happens to me a lot, Bobby. So I can have them. All right, so we got two choices. Top of the castle with Kadeg or under the door without Kadeg. Oh, you know what? Let's put on some background music. So we go with Ravenlofty type. We'll turn that way down though, so I'm not talking over it. Okay. See, you like being tiny? Music, please. Yep, I forgot to put music on. Sorry. Top of the castle. That's 2 for the top. Tiny bubbles. That's not helping. That's not helping, Tiger. 2 for the top, 1 for under the door. Ed's still saying go under the door so he can stand and watch. Might work. Well, I don't care if we have to read all night. We're going to be there by morning. All right. Well, so far it's 2-1. You guys another few minutes to put some choices in the chat. Otherwise, we're heading to the top of this castle. Bing bong, is that more helpful? No, it's not a choice. Yeah, Ray said Jets. Bobby, choose. Yes, we got a choice here finally. It only took us an hour and 2 minutes. 102, baby. Oh, Darkness. Darkness showed up. That's cool. Without the goober. You vote, Victor? I don't think so. Oh, you want to go without the goober? Okay, I understand what you mean now. So he wants to go under the door. So that's 2 under the door, 2 for the top. Okay, top of the castle. That's 3 for the top. 3-2. Any vote there, Bobby? David? Oh, yeah, David said top of the castle too. So that's right. I already got David's vote. Choices are fly to the top of the castle or slip under it. Either way, we're shrinking down. Oh, he was asking what the choice was. So far, we got 3 for the top, 2 for going under the door. Under the door or top of the castle. Yes, you need to choose one, Tiger. Okay, that's 4 for the top. Now Bobby's saying top. Another 30 seconds, and then it looks like we're going to the top of the castle, I think. That's going to be on page. That's going to be choice number 3. Okay. A lot more reading with another turn to page. Turn to another. Another number. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we got over the hill and through the woods. Tiny. Top plus magic missile. Sure, we got your vote in already there, David. Got a couple Davids in the chat. I don't know if Kelly Jordan squad's still here. To grandmother's house we go. Yeah. I like aerial views. Me too. For cookies. Yes, for cookies. Magic missile in my top 5 favorite wizards is one of your top 5 favorite wizard spell. I like it too, Victor. It's simple and elegant. Right where you want to go. Well, it looks like we're going to the top. We got 4 for the top and only 2 for under the doors. So let's do this. You point towards the top of the building. Let's fly up there today. Maybe one of those windows is open. Maybe there's a way inside from the roof. I think maybe the music is a little too loud. Just a little. All right. Big B's inappropriate fist. Yeah. Let's see. I will eat your magic missile as an enchanted ceramic frog. Oh, yes. Let's not have Falbar talking about frogs. I've been using that a lot in Baldur's Gate 3. Just right for giants. Okay. The Ravenkin nods, and you murmur the words to the spell that makes you smaller. You feel the enchantment start to shrink your body, and waves of hot and cold beat against your skin. You pray this spell won't sap so much of your energy that you won't be able to use the powers of the ring. Naturally, that would have to follow. You gasp from the tingly sensation of the magic. It feels as if thousands of tiny insects are racing across your skin. The pulses of hot and cold intensify. The world seems to grow larger around you. You focus your willpower, coaxing your body to become smaller than it ever has before. The muscles in your chest tighten, and you struggle to breathe as the very air pushes against you like a vice trying to compress your body. The world continues to grow, and you feel faint from the effort. At last, you are only inches tall. You pitch forward on the sand, exhausted. Gedeg shuffles over to you and bends forward until its black beak nearly touches your head. Randy, are you all right? Just give me a moment to catch my breath, you say softly. All right, so we got, imagine what would happen if giants grew. Yeah, man, I agree, Victor, run! If they grew what, man? Giant cigars would literally crush you. Yep, that's true. Tiny muscles. All right. Let's see what goes on here. You take in several more lungfuls of hot Sri Raji air. And reach up and wrap your arms around Kadeg's beak. The Raven Kid stands up and whips his head around so it points towards his back. And you let go. You fall for what seems like a terribly long distance before you land on his back. His slick back. Groping about with your hands, you find and grasp a fistful of feathers and hold on tightly as Kadeg beats his wings and lifts off from the sandy ground. Okay, if he shrank and he has a tiny witch in his ear, what happens to her? You get rolled up and smoked by a giant. Why do they have to shrink to fly to the top of the castle? Because he has to get on the Raven Kid's back, Jess. This is how this worked before. His slick back, yes. They think to shrink so the Raven could fly him, yes. Oh, he's on a raven. Yes. His buddy Kadeg is kind of a raven. Yeah, why do they shrink to fly up? Because he has to fit on his back. Yeah. Okay. In a moment, the Raven Kid is level with the windows, made of stained glass. The scenes portrayed in them are exceptionally real looking. The moonlight catches the petals and makes them glow and sparkle. The first window you pass depicts a knight on horseback playing a great sea stick. The second is of a fantastic, though amazing, lifelike creature. A cross between a lion and an eagle. The egg tells you that the creature is called the griffin, and that a small number of them are rumored to live on the mainland. The third window shows a family of tigers sleeping in the jungle, while the fourth shows a woman in black, robes cuddling a tiger cub in her arms. Yeah, I think we all did, Bobby. Most of it was in the first part, but man, this just keeps on it going. He's on a raven, and Pimp named Slickback. Yeah, just too much of the story. Yeah, it's all good, Bobby. Yeah. We're just having fun here tonight. No more choice choosing for me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, you can help. You help. Griffin meat is a delicacy. Ray, I will start calling you Slickback. You gotta say the whole thing, Rue. You gotta say the whole thing. Okay. The second, the first window you pass is a knight on horseback. Where do we leave off here? Okay, so we got first window you pass depicts a knight on horseback slaying a great sea snake. Second is of a fantastic though amazing lifelike creature crossed between a lion and an eagle, a griffin. Yes. Kadeg tells you the creature is called a griffin, and that a small number of them are rumored to live on the mainland. The third window shows a family of tigers sleeping in the jungle, while the fourth shows a woman in black robes cuddling your tiger cub. Yes, I read that. Okay. Let's see. I'm a pimp named Slickman. I'm not calling you a pimp. I agree, Bobby. We all forgot the last choice. Yep. Let's see. Man, the Cheddar Goblin, though. Okay. You circle the building, taking in the other stained glass scenes. Some of the battles with the combatants usually armies of undead. Others show colorful parrots and peaceful wildlife scenes. One scene depicts a robed figure, half man, half tiger. Ariani, you wonder. I didn't see any open window, Kadeg. Fly over the roof. Related to tiger. Rue is a rear port get. Pimp. Okay. Let's see. The Raven Kid complies. You rise over the parapets and pass above the smooth stone roof. Here for the first time you see guards, men in suits of armor brandishing great polearms with edges so sharp they glint in the rays of the moon. Nearly you lose your balance when you realize that whatever or whoever is inside the suits is invisible. The helmets hang open and you can see nothing inside. There must be a dozen of the ghostly guards. You decide to stay in the room's powers to deal with the Tiger Lord. Go down to one of the windows, you instruct Kadeg. Let me off on a ledge and I'll see if I can get it open. I don't want to deal with those guards. Kadeg stretches his wings out as far as they will go and plummets over the edge of the roof, nearly taking one of the guards with him. For an instant, your stomach churns at the falling sensation, but the Raven Kid quickly levels out until you are hovering above the window depicting the griffin. As Kadeg glides closer to the stained glass pane, you balance yourself carefully on his back, releasing one clump of feathers and edging yourself out onto his wing, prepared to jump. Crash! Okay. What we got here? ADB, that goblin cheddar. Say that 3 times fast. That little finger stutter. And then we got, I think Darkness has lost a claw on his rear leg. Oh, bummer. That's why he's limping. You're saying, haha. Oh, yeah, it's too bad. He's a rough alley cat, isn't he? Isn't Dark? Poor guy, yeah. Bet that hurt. Totally agree. All right. There was a crash. Shards explode outward from the window as the glass griffin suddenly comes to life and springs for the pane. Its crystal wings beat wildly and carry it toward Kadag. The glass lion eagle grows larger as it comes closer, and the raven kid caws in surprise. Caw! It jerks upward to get out of the thing's way. Kadag's quick movements cause you to lose your balance. Your hands flail frantically about for a purchase. But the feathers slip through your tiny fingers and you slide for the raven kid's wing. You feel the wind rushing all around you as you plunge toward the ground far below. You tremble in fear. You can't die this way. Your hair whips badly about your face, making it impossible for you to see what is going on in the sky above you. Overhead you hear a frightened caw and a scream. Oh, a scream! The latter is undoubtedly from the glass griffin. You wonder if Kadag can best the magical creature, and you instantly sense the irony of your concern for your friend. You have enough to worry about for yourself. You have to save the ring. The ring! You concentrate on the bloodstone as the ground surges upward to meet you. Concentrate! Oh, let's see. He is a scrapper. Yep. He's too small to be in that much trouble. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Bobby. Okay. As you plummet toward the sand, you slam your eyes shut in horror. You hold your breath and wait for death to claim you. You wait one moment, another, and slowly open your eyes to see that you are hovering mere inches above the ground. You wield a protective field to form about you. It acted like a cushion and kept you from being squashed. You slowly breathe a sigh of relief. You relax your concentration so the ring can release the bubble and drop you gently to the ground and risk a glance skyward. There is no sign of Kadag or the glass griffin. No wonder Ariane doesn't need many guards, you think. His palace can defend itself. But did the griffin injure Kadag? You back away from the building and squint up at the window. You're too far away to make out the details of the glass, but you can tell that the window is no longer broken. Kadag, you call softly. Kadag. No answer. You realize you can't wait around any longer for an answer. More of the windows can animate and come after you. You've got to reach Ariane. Tell me with all your might that Kadag is all right. And you run over the spell again in your mind, and you feel this body shrink another several inches. The sensation of hot and cold that play across your skin or head. You grit your teeth to keep from crying out. The grains of sand seem to enlarge all about you, until they seem about the size of your fingertips. You lie still for several moments, trying to catch your breath. You guess that you are about 3 inches tall. Struggling to your feet, you start toward the front door, where the massive face of the bat-like creature waits. You skitter up the steps like a spider, and you crouch in the shadows near the door. The face doesn't seem to notice you. The moon passes behind a cloud, and you use the intensified darkness to scamper toward the door. Turn to 14. So they gave us no choice again. Look at this crap. I don't know. I mean, this is interesting reading, but I don't know if it's good for an Endless Quest book. Let's see, what do we got? Save me. Yeah. You're precious. You're precious. All right, so we're going to turn to number 14. Might as well turn there in the first place, huh? There we go. Let's see about this one. This one actually gives us a choice here a little bit. So, this is proving to be an Endless Quest book. Are you sure this is the same book series? Yes, it's one book. And yes, it is. This. It's like I said, this was one of the ones they put out in the 90s. Choiceless Endless Quest book with full of choiceless choices. Yes. What are you talking about? This is endless. Yes. Seems to be. All right, here we go. At only 3 inches tall, you've never been this small before. You're a little surprised your spell would allow you to shrink so much. You're getting better with magic, but your size-changing spell is still painful. Everything seems so large compared to you. Now you know what a bug must feel like. We got Endless Quest book to find the choice. We got a Rook Wall in the chat. Hello, Rook. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Your choiceless quest. Yes, that's what it feels like. Everybody saying hi to Rook. Okay. See if we can actually get to the end of this book at some point. You edge up to the door and notice that the grains of the wood are thicker than your head. You can see the details as if you had a magnifying glass. Amazing. Get moving, you scold yourself. You don't have time to study your surroundings. Stay on target, right, Ray? Saying hi. Here we got Rook. Victor saying hi to Rook. Cool. Okay. You got to get inside the palace and find the Lord of the Island and get that curse lifted. Well, that's why you've come this far. You lie on your back and start to roll under the wood floor. That's enough, little man. The door barks. You watch in surprise as the wood grows larger and the crack under the door disappears. You look up and see the bat-like face of the door grimace at you. I told you once before, no one enters. No one gets into the palace unless he's invited. Now, why don't you be a good little man and give me that ring? Certainly your life is more valuable than some old bauble. The door starts tisking you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Like a disappointed teacher. If you don't give me the ring, it will only be a matter of moments before something that takes it from you. Something. Oh, that's wonderful, you think, as you pick your stuff up off the ground. Start looking around the front of the building. Getting by the door doesn't seem like a good option. You could threaten it, you suppose. You could create a fireball. You could create a ball of flame in your hand and tell the door to open, or you set it on fire. But somehow you doubt that at your present size, your flame would do much damage to the magic door. Let's see. We got exactly. Bro is a magnifying glass. Yep. What's up, Spine Ticks? None shall pass. That's right, Cody. Okay. Come back here, little man, the door scolds as you scamper to the side of the building out of sight. I said get back here right now. The Lord will be very angry with you. He's already very angry, you mumble. Ariane has already sent skeleton bats, an undead tiger, and more after you in an effort to stop you and get the ring. The fact that you've thwarted him so far can't be making him very happy. There, you squeal softly. You spy a crack in the smooth rock of the building, a jagged break in the bordered stone near the base of the foundation. At its thickest, the crack is a few inches wide. You look around to make sure nothing has spotted you. Then you dart to the crevice and squeeze inside, where it's so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. And when you turn around, you can see moonlight through the crack. You inch forward, letting your tiny fingers brush against the sides of the stone to guide you. The stone walls of the palace must be thick. You estimate you've already traveled more than 2 feet inside. You hear some sort of commotion. You hear people talking and a loud creaking sound, as if the front door is opening. Is it opening to let it out something that was going to get your ring, or is it opening to let it in an invited guest? Going back out to check would be a waste of time, you decide. As you continue to crawl forward, you stop for a moment. There's something thick and sticky beneath you. You brush your hand over the substance and bring it to your nose and sniff. Blood! There's blood inside this crack! How could that be? Attack the darkness! You hear a loud hiss with the darkness ahead. There's a scrabbling sound like claws over stone. You hold still and listen. The scrabbling persists. It's getting louder, as if it's coming closer. You sniff the air and smell a pungent odor, reminiscent of the smell of village dogs back in Fadil after a drenching rain. Makes you wonder if the author of this heard that skit back in the day. Yeah, me too. Hope all is well, Rook. All right. Suddenly, a pair of yellow eyes loom in front of you, no more than inches away. A rat! It chitters animatedly. You can hear it sniff the air excitedly. It thinks you're an insect or a tiny mouse. The voice of Farcelda. Good, I'm hungry, the rat says in a lilting, feminine voice. The rat talk. Does everything in this place talk or come to life? You blurt out. The ring on your finger tinkles wildly, and you concentrate, coasting up a protective barrier between you and the chittering rat. I talk with stilts, you tiny man. The rat scampers forward until her nose touches your invisible bubble. Huh, magic. I guess you won't be my dinner after all. The rat turns to leave, apparently losing interest. The rat must know its way around the palace. Perhaps you could get it to lead you to Ariani. And again, maybe trusting a talking rat isn't such a good idea. Yes, rat. Yes, rat. Attack the rat. All right, well, here are our options, and that's not one of them. If you decide to ignore the rat, we can go turn to entry 30. If we want to ask the rat for help, we can go to 17. So, ignore the rat and continue on, or ask the rat for help. Those are our choices. You want to eat the rat, and you want to ask questions. Okay, we got one for asking the rat for help. Well, that's two, because we got ask and ask right there. So, damn. Yeah, eat the rat and attack the rat are choices. You can either ignore it or ask it questions. I don't know about trusting it. Maybe ignore it. So we got one for ignore and two for ask the rat. Let me see if I can get the tiger awake here. Hang on. Nope. Tiger is out like a light. Oh, that's 3 for ask. We'll give it another minute and see if anybody else chimes in. We got 10 people rocking with us right now. Thanks for being here. It looks like this might be it tonight, and if that's the case, I will we'll read this next week on Thursday as part of the Lidharo Fantasy Adventures episode. We were just going to talk about a possible upcoming adventure I've got coming out, so wasn't much going on next week anyway, so it looks like we might be continuing this next week. Let's see. I would ask the rat for credentials, aka schooling, work history, etc. Is that a vote for asking David? Them Barnum Bailey cookies will wipe you out. Oh, I know that. Yep, that's funny. Well, if that's another one for ask, and I think asking is what we're going to do here. Come on, David. He has an honest face. Well, she may not be that honest, but we'll see. It depends on how they interview. That's right, sir. Okay. I guess we're going with Ask the Rat unless I get any naysayers. Ask the rat for help. All right, so that's going to be choice 17. All right, here we go. I'll hold the mulligan page. Wait a minute, you call, deciding to seek the talking rat's help. This creature is undoubted. This creature not only knows the palette, every nook and niche of it. She can help you avoid the undead that mad Carrie mentioned. Cerilda, right? Stay a moment, Cerilda. You're awfully pretty for a rat. Smart, too, I bet. If you help me, I'll find you something delicious to eat. The rat turns around, its yellow eyes glowing dully in the gloom. I'm much more than just a petty rat. You consider the ring's power and let the protective pill drop. Cerilda comes close to sniff you and licks your face with her rough pink tongue. Dang! Sorry, Jess. We have more votes for asking. Okay. I do indeed know my way around the palace, James quickly explained. Though there are some rooms I prefer not to visit. There are rooms filled with things that would like to eat me. Give me a tour, you encourage her. But let's stay away from those bad rooms and from the Lord's guard, too, okay? I'm not in the mood for company right now. The rat scurries ahead, looking over her shoulder to make sure you're coming. All right. Looks like we're going to 35, and I'll keep that mulligan page. No doubt they're going to have to go around back to it anyway, the way this book's going. All I'm imagining is Kronk going, squeak, squeak, squeakums. He was doing the squirrel. Yeah, that was funny. We were doing the squirrel language. Just a rat, that's a bad touch. And I agree. Inappropriate licky. Yes. All right, so let's turn to choice 35. I think Tiger might be right. This thing may be endless, man. So we can find a choice here. Wow. Yep, there it is. Shit, there it is. Okay. Personal foul. All right, Cerilda leads you deeper into the stonework. You quickly notice that there seems to be cracks throughout the entire outer wall, like a maze. You try to keep track of how many right and left turns you make, but after an hour, you realize you are hopelessly lost. Cerilda starts to climb now, selecting a crack that leads upward at a steep angle. The rat is a much better climber than you are, and it takes all your energy to keep up with her. You pass a hollowed-out section of stone filled with bits of bones and fur, and you nearly retch from the foul smell. You hold your breath and quicken your pace, nearly stumbling over a broken bone. Moving beyond the stockpile of bones, you climb into a niche, where the air is musty and stale, but not as offensive. You breathe deeply and look about. Cerilda is staring at you. Yep, we are lost, boy! Lost! Lost in this endless quest book that will not end. Let's go to the kitchen since you can't eat. I think I can't eat you. I have to find something else to nibble on. I'm hungry, the rat chitters as she scurries quickly through the crack. You rush to keep up with her, then stop suddenly to keep from running into her. She has come to a dead stop for some reason. The rat closes her eyes, and her ears stand straight up. She stands up like a statue for several moments, and though it unnerves you, it gives you time to catch your breath. Just as you decide to ask her if something is wrong, her eyes fly open wide. She cranes her neck around, stares at you, chitters loudly, then bolts for the crevice, selecting a crack that runs almost straight up. Let's see. Imagine getting lost, but you're basically in the catacombs. Yep. Nibble on D's. Just her. You dirty rat. Shouldn't have trusted the rat. Nope. I totally agree. Okay. You can't keep up with her now, and you quickly lose sight of her tail. Now, what will you do? Don't lose hope, you admonish yourself. She can't be too far ahead. You grit your teeth and force yourself to continue, hand over hand through the crack and pull yourself up, bracing yourself with your feet till you see a sliver of light at last. There's a room ahead. You skitter toward the light and poke your head out of the crack. The thin crevice is near the floor, under a piece of furniture. A chair, probably. Cerilda has stopped about a foot ahead of you, hidden by the shadow of the chair. She glances over her hairy shoulder and motions with her head, urging you to follow. Pulling yourself out of the crack, you join the talking rat. She cautiously steps out from under the chair and into the lantern-lit room. You glance around. It must be a study, you decide. You are awed by the immense proportions of the place. Bookcases at least a dozen feet line the two walls. Okay, let's see. Probably, no, you've been cursed and also probably possessed. I said ask, not trust. There you go. All right, let's see here. There is a really cool picture of the rat motioning you to follow her into this room with somebody in the chair. You had no idea there were books like this, David? Well, I got quite a collection, and we've been reading quite a few. This is episode 8 of this series, and episode 7, we started this one. It looks like it might be our whole episode here. She's a demon. It's possible. It's possible. All right, let's see what we got. Fine leather chairs with deep cushions sit on a huge ornamental rug shot through with gold threads. A part of the room is an intricately carved walnut desk. Behind the desk is a handsome-looking man with midnight black hair, piercing emerald eyes. Let's see. It's the writer in the chair, maybe. I'm getting sleepy. I've tried everything, including smacking myself in the face. Yeah, Tiger's out. I mean, This book is just endless. I'm gonna get some sleep. I want to get me some. Don't hurt yourself, Jess. No, don't do that. Go to sleep. But you'll miss the ending. Oh, is this thing actually gonna end here? Let me see. What a crap. Nope, it leads to more choices. This book, man. I warned you guys, and y'all asked me to read it again. Oh, man. Guess you can join the stream next month. Well, like I said, we'll read Out in the Mirrors next week on Thursday. We'll just do a double Endless Quest book this month. I got no problem with that. But I'm losing my voice today for some reason. This book is a glitch in the Matrix. Literally, David, we have never had one last as long. How many fucking pages are there left? Well, like I said, we jump around in this one, but it actually has 188 pages, which is rather long for an Endless Quest book, but damn, it just keeps going. All right. Well, let's not give up, okay? We still got some time. We can finish this one tonight. There's some portal to another dimension in the book, and there's 1,000 pages. You might be right, Ray. Willy Wonka, Everlasting Page Turner. Yes, sir. I had one when I was a kid. It was about getting a horse, and then one ending, the horse dies, and she didn't take care of it. The other, you end up having to get rid of it. It was a children's book. Oh, wow. Yeah, they have those. They have those Pick a Path to Adventures. Those are good too. I've got a couple of those. We shall not fear. I've got some endless some G.I. Joe Pick a Path to Adventure books too. So we might read some of those at some point. Yeah, that's terrible. That is terrible. Horse dies at the end. Who killed my horse? All right. You judge him to be in his late 30s, most likely an important servant of the Lord. He wears a long silk brocade jacket. The garment cannot hide the fact that he is broad-shouldered and muscular. He's studying something on the desk from your baseboard vantage point. You can't tell what it is. So you assume it's a book or some paper. Perhaps he's an accountant. He is engrossed in what he's doing and doesn't notice you in the ride. Good. You'll be able to investigate the place undetected. Sean's soy sauce. Sean's soy sauce. That sucks, Jess. Yeah, it does. I know what the Sean's soy sauce is about. You edge out from behind the chair leg and watch as Cerilda scampers to the center of the room and raises up on her hind quarters to paw at the air. Lord Ariane, she squeaks. I bring a guest. It's the young man you have been looking for. Oh, she turned out to be a rat! Oh, how was that possible? Oh, yeah, there was no way to get a happy ending. Nope. Doesn't sound like we're going to get one here either. Victor, No, you shout. You hadn't intended to meet the Lord this way. Besides, you thought Lord Ariana was old, not like this man. Bad Carrie is ancient, and he should be about her age. Just in case you concentrate on the ring, put up a protective barrier. He is Ariane. You're going to beat it. Why would the rat turn on you? Trust no one, you heard Bad Carrie's voice say inside your head. Run, she urges. Hide until you can forge a plan. You quickly look about, searching for somewhere to hide. There, a couch. It has a throw covering over it, and it touches the floor. You dash for it, sliding on the smooth wooden floor, the last foot until you are behind the knitted covering. You feel a little safer here, though you know it's a false sense of security. You peer out from under the couch as your mind races. What should you do? Should you retreat back down the crack? No, the rat could catch you easily there. We got a Judy? Hello, Judy. Hey, just so you know, all you ladies, I'm giving you a big shout out on Saturday. I'm going to do a vertical live premiere of some music that I'm putting out for you gals. It'll be fun. And then we got a Dave C. Hey, Dave. What's up, man? Dave is in the house. Yeah, a Dave and a David. Well, thanks, David. You looked away for a few seconds when you did a new voice. I thought someone else joined you in the narration. Well, I appreciate that. I do have fun reading these. Let's see. Everybody saying hi? Cool. Good to see y'all, Judy, David. Nice to have you join us. We might actually be ending this. We've reached the main bad guy at this point, finally. Okay, Mad Carrie, your mind screams. There is no reply. The man stands behind his desk and throws his head back in laughter. You can't hide from me, blood of Kalina. No one can hide from me. The man, there is no... Okay, see. You stare in astonishment. It's Ariani. The Lord's emerald eyes seek you out and find you under the couch. They fix you in place. His lips curl back in a snarl, revealing his pointed teeth that begin to grow larger and longer. His unblemished tan face begins to sprout hair, coarse orange fur that races like fire over his head, neck, and limbs. His ears move upward and form points. His nose flattens and broadens, and long white whiskers poke outward. Next, black stripes bisect the orange fur until the image he presents is a cross between a tiger and a man. Get absorbed by greed. Everybody saying hi? Well, I hope you're doing okay, Dave. Got lots of hi. Hey. All right, what we got here, Dave? David, I thought of you a few minutes ago with the story. We had a choice to pick it was fall or not. I knew your vote would. What your vote would be? So, Bad Bear Pig. I actually think he's a Rakshasa. So we'll see. His ears move upward and form points, and his nose flattens and broadens. And long white whiskers poke outward. Next, black stripes, so it's like the orange fur. Okay. His roar slices through the still air of the room, and you tremble. Yeah, I can't do a tiger's roar very well. Sorry, guys. Like being high, so I would go with the tall. Yeah. Nice to see everybody. Okay, here we go. Serilda, bring biryani to me. Rat chitters and starts to grow too. She shakes all over, and her hair recedes as she attains 3 feet, then 4, 5. Her pointy nose melts into her face, and you see her for what she really is, an ugly human woman. No, a were-rat. You were following a were-rat through the twisting cracks of the palace wall. She was one of Ariani's puppets all along, and she was leading you to him, naturally. You have no idea what this book is? Well, this is the book. I haven't stopped reading the same one. Do rats roar? No, I think rats do the... Okay. Was pretty good? Well, thank you, Jess. Epic breakaway goal. Yes, you guys are doing awesome on Spine Ticks. I got a link to Dave C in the description. A lot of you guys have links in the chat below. You bastard, yes. So we got some rat. Rat to human. Good one, man. All right, let's see what we got here. The woman strides over to the couch with a strength that surprises you. She bends and grabs a wooden leg and pitches the couch backward. Her other hand shoots forward and closes about your protective bubble, lifting it until you are eye to eye with her. You would have never made to the end with Ratty. Yeah, this is true. Oh, out Ratty. Dragon roar sound was the link. Oh, okay. She has a wooden leg. Baby. Help with sound effects. Okay, cool. Cool. You put that in the chat, David? All right, I missed it. Okay, let me see. Dragon roar. Okay, I'll try to remember that, David. That rat bastard. Don't see me a rat bitch, but I like rat bastard. Okay. Lord Ariani will reward me well for this, she hisses between clenched teeth. I didn't know that you were important, little man, not until the Lord informed his servants that there was an intruder in the palace. Of course, when she stood like a statue inside the wall, Ariadne was talking to her then. You were you were a fool to follow, a rat, a lycanthrope. Bad Carrie warned you in her tree home to trust no one. Alas, Cerilda can't touch you inside this invisible bubble, but there isn't anything you can do to the were-rat unless you release the protective field and call upon the ring's other power. Then you might be at her mercy. Just saved your comment, David. Cool. Too quick, Judy. Yep. All right, let me see here. Cerilda grins malevolently, then turns and strides to Ariadne's desk. The Lord sits gracefully, crosses his paws in his lap, and nods to the were creature. She places you on his desk and then backs away. My reward, master. Tonight's sacrifice from Zavashti, Cerilda. Would you like it as your reward? To do with as you will. Of course, you should first bring the sacrifice in here. Our young visitor might enjoy seeing it. He chuckles hollowly, his rich, deep voice unnerving you. You keep your eyes on the Tiger Man and listen as Cerilda's footfalls retreat behind you. Realizing that you are in no position to bargain with Ariadne, you sit silently and wait for him to make the next move. It doesn't take long. He leans forward until his whiskers brush up against your invisible bubble. Yeah, don't we wish there, Victor, by the power of Grayskull. I tried and said someone already took care of it. Cool. All right, so this is awesome, just to hang out with y'all. Yeah, David, this is what we do, man. It's more of a hangout, but we do read the book too. So the power, I have the power. There you go, sir. I have the power. Okay. So, Blood of Kalina, you have learned to use the bauble. My name is Briandy, you replied defiantly. Of course, Briandy. Do you know who and what I am, young man? You as well, David. Yep, we like to get wacky. Judy is on top of it all. That's right, Judy usually is on top of everything. I think some cats sleep on me. Someone? David, we try to have a good time. That's right, we're having a good time. Such a great balance of story, focus, and fun chat. Yes, sir, that's what we try to do. We just have a good time, sir. Yes, and tomorrow's Friday. All right. Love these Choose Your Own Adventure books. Thanks for doing these. I have a good time. So, this is our 8th one. So far we're having a good time. We like to get ill. You have to go now? Well, good night, Cool Gamer. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Good night, Cool Gamer. We say good night. Yes, Judy. It sure is going to be Friday tomorrow. Still everybody say good night. You take it easy, Cool Gamer. Bobby is full of chicken and got the snuggle sleepy. Yep. Got that right. All right. Let's see. You glare at him, not bothering to answer. He notices your defiant posture and chuckles. I am the lord of this domain, the absolute ruler of the island. I own you. I own every village and every city and every being who was born in this island. You don't own this ring, you shout in contempt. Ah, but I will. He runs the top of his paw over your bubble and pushes on it, testing the magic. I will indeed own this ring, Randy. I am a Rakshasa, a creature of magic and flesh. I choose whatever form I desire when I desire, and I find this one the most pleasing. I always believed the great jungle cats were the most elegant animals on Sri Raji. Their claws could take down a young elephant with but one swipe. They end a man's life. And the color of their fur is like fire. Be careful that my fire doesn't burn you, Briandy. If you want to live, take off the ring and put it on my desk. Now. Let's see. Okay, what we got? We got. Cody, I never read these. Well, I am happy I could share it with you guys. Bobby is making you sleepier. Inappropriate touching again. I agree. Yeah, Brew. They are amazing books. I agree, Cody. 100%. I love it, especially the older ones. Let's see. I order groceries for 8 so I can get some bacon stuff. Cool. Very different than any of them. This one is, yes. Some of these ones from the 90s were definitely way different. Let's see. I don't know Fabled Lands either. Fighting Fantasy was my jam. Cool. But look for some. Yeah, I just picked up this one about a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago. They're not very expensive. I got this one on Amazon from one of the booksellers. Not sure which one, but I get a lot of stuff. Well, I was getting a lot of stuff from Amazon. I'm broke now, so they just reprinted them. Well, that's cool, Cody. I didn't know they reprinted them. Let's see. Fabled Lands I never read. No, me neither. Read a good chunk of Endless Quest. Me too. So that's what you mean you haven't read them. But I still like sharing them. Let's see. You can't get through your magical shield. He can't touch you. You grin broadly and shake your head from side to side. You hold up your hand with a ring on it. Waggle your fingers. Then cross your arms insolently. Let's be insolent. It's happening anyway. Might do Fabled Lands on my channel. That would be cool. That would be cool, Cody. I still got to catch up on your weekly game that you've been doing. Fighting Fantasy or whatever it was called. This old noggin, I remember a lot of stuff, but doesn't take in much new information. Insolent dog, yes, and definitely a good idea, Cody. All right, let's see if we can finish this bad boy. I will have that ring, Brandy. It matches what I already possess. And I will not rest until both are mine. I know about the other ring, Ariana, you shout. You took it from a wizardess named Carissa, Kalina's sister. Ah, yes. Sweet Carissa. Several decades ago, she fancied herself in love with me. A pity I never returned to her affections, even though I married her. I could never get attached to any one person for more than a few days, but I kept her around for a time. She was pretty to look at, unfortunately. Clarissa never approved of my servants or my sacrifices. A lord must have his sacrifice. Speaking of that, why don't you see today's offering before I give it away to my were-rat pet? Ariani claps his hands, and you hear a door creak open behind you. Let me go, please! The voice is shrill, and you recognize it immediately. You risk a glance over your shoulder and see Gavra, your girlfriend from the university in Zavashti. She squirms in the grip of the female were-rat. Don't hurt her, you shout. It's me you're interested in. She has nothing to do with this. Rakshasha merely laughs at you. Your anger builds, and you begin mumbling words to your size-changing spell, letting your body grow large, enough so Gavra can see you. 2 feet, 3. Surges of fire and ice rip through your frame as the spell takes effect. Your skin crawls with the magical sensation. 4 feet, 5. You grit your teeth to keep from crying out in pain, and you concentrate both on your spell and on the ring. You can't afford to let the arcade bubble pop. Finally, you are normal height, though you are still sitting on Ariana's desk and still encased in your protective shield. Gavra is terrified, and though she sees you, her attention is fixed on the Tiger Lord. Yeah, she's the one who said, go ahead and do this. Oh no, the squeeze! Yes, sir. Anger builds. Join the dark side, biatch. Yep, that's right. Me and my niece have been going through Lone Wolf. She loves it. Yeah, I remember the Lone Wolf books, but I never read any of those either, Cody. I think I might have one, though. Those are ones by Livingston. Because I know Livingston wrote a bunch of them. Read some Lone Wolf, Ray. Lone Wolf is the bomb. Yeah. Like I said, I might have one. I'm not really sure. I have a lot of books. I used to read a lot. Okay. Where at titters? Gene Ravenlust, love that word, titters. This one is mine, right, Master? Ariana growls deep in his throat. I think that will depend on our friend Briandy. What do you think, Briandy? Shall I let the rat woman have Gavra? I seem to recall that this human girl is someone special. That's why I had her brought here. Does she mean enough for you to give me the ring in exchange for her safety? The bauble would be a small price to pay for her dear, precious life. How do I know it's Gavra, you cube? Maybe you're crafting an illusion. Maybe Gavra is safe back at school. How do I... Okay, perhaps she is safe, Ariane purrs deeply. Perhaps not. Perhaps you should give me the ring to be certain. The arrogant lord flicks his finger, and Cyrilda's grip on the girl tightens in response. Gavra screams, "Decide quickly, Briandy! We've got a choice, but I'm going to catch up with the chat here." Joe Deaver was your favorite. Don't know who that is. Ian Livingston, Fighting Fantasy, I believe. Like I said, I've got an Ian Livingston book, yes. Thanks. I just rebought a bunch of Fabled Lands books. Cool. That would be really cool to have you read those, Cody. Joe Deaver put them all online so you can read them free. That's cool. I read White Fang. It made me cry. I liked White Fang and Call of the Wild. Jack London. You know, the National Parks Princess just did a series on Jack London's National Park. Link in the description. I shout out my fans here. And there was a free app for Lone Wolf. That's cool. That is correct. Fighting Fantasy. Yep. That is how GW got started. Okay. See if we can finish this bad boy. Our choices are: do you want to bargain with Ariane? Well, we can bargain. That's choice 1. Choice 2 is fight the evil lord. Choice 3 is try to trick Lord Ariane. I think we may have come to a final decision here. So, do we bargain, fight, or trick? Bargain, fight, trick. Let's get a vote here, guys. And I'm going to get some more drink while we do that. You guys voted up. Yeah. Working there. Yeah. Yeah, my voice is really cracking tonight. Got a vote for trick. 2 for trick. Jess says you also read a book about a nuclear winter. The main character girl had to fight the leader of a pack of wolves so she could join them to survive. It was pretty cool. That does sound cool. I wonder what the name of the book is, Jess. Give me some soda. Tiger's going to miss the end, but she's asleep. Yeah, she ain't waking up. Bobby wants to fight. Yeah. I like that choice, Bobby. Fight. So we got 2 for trick, 1 for fight. Victor says that's interesting, Jess. I agree. Well, eat is that fight? Because that's what eat would be. Was it elementary school? You can't remember? You know, that actually sounds familiar. That may have been required reading. That book does sound really familiar. It was called Nuclear Wolf Winter Fight. Are you being serious, Ray, or are you being funny? Okay, so we got 3 for trick. We have a tiger down. I repeat, we have a tiger down. Yes, sir. Yeah, right in the bucket. Okay. So 3 for trick. Any more votes? Give me a couple more minutes here. This might be our last bit. I mean, after all we've read, we'd like to hope, right? Sounds like it's coming to a head. Not serious, but funny is up to the beholder. Yep. I thought so, Ray. Gotta find it. Ray knows nothing. Oh, the dog is falling too. Lol. I'm like Jon Snow. You know, he was the only interesting character on that show as far as I'm concerned. All right, just did a few seconds, but it looks like we're going to go with Trick. Unless we get some more votes to the contrary. Just somebody can't sleep? Kind of feels like it. I think maybe Bobby wants to fight. Okay, so that's right. Told you. You've got to be kidding about Game of Thrones, though. Yeah, I am. I liked a lot of it. I like that show. I never watched it past a certain season because I just like, I'm out. But yeah, I did love that show at the beginning. Let's see. I love John and Denry's. Yep, here is. Yeah, I liked her too. If you're talking about the dragon chick, I liked her too. The mother of dragons. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I watched that. Okay, so it looks like we're going to Trick. All right, so choice 40. Which choice is that? That would be after, but I'll keep this as a mulligan page. There's choice 37. There's 38. I'm passing some endings here, so we'll see. We already been here. There's choice 40. The Hound. Yes, love the Hound. I like that big old giant fighting chick too. She was awesome. She was also on Star Wars, I think. Same actress, at least. I loved all of it except the end. It sucked. I never got to the end. I heard the ending sucked, so I haven't watched it. Okay. You decide the best course is to try to trick Ariadne. After all, simply giving up the ring would be foolish. He'd never give up. He'd keep his word and free Gavra and you doubt you have much of a chance against him in a fight. Well, the Rakshasa growls at you. Do you want to save the girl? How do I know she really is Gavra? How do I know she's not one of your illusions, you ask? Prove to me she's real. Brienne of Tarth? Yeah, like I said, I don't remember hardly any of their names. But yeah. I remember Ned, Sean Bean. I'm like, come on, they're not going to kill him again, are they? Of course they did. In the first season. He's my favorite character. Okay, so Lord Ariadne smiles evilly. You are clever, Madame. When I knew you were coming for me, at first I decided to pose as the young woman. I thought if you found me in that form in this place, I would coerce the ring from you. But I quickly realized you would not fall for it. You are too clever. So I had the young woman herself brought here. Allow me to prove to you that she is real. Wasn't a huge fan of Gwendolyn Christie as Brienne, but loved the character of the books. Yeah, I haven't read the books. The Brienne was cool. Let's see. You got emotionally invested in people, and then they get yeah. See, it was one of those shows. It was a train wreck, but like Breaking Bad. I fucking love Breaking Bad, but it was a freaking train wreck. Get killed. Yep. Thought she was amazing. If you're talking about the girl that became Stark's daughter that became like an assassin chick, I liked her. Hope that's who you're talking about. It's been like I said, it's been a while. You watch Ariadne move from behind his desk and pad over to the were-rat and Gavra. He poises a taloned finger near the young woman's throat and makes a move as if to cut her. No, you scream. But Brienne, I thought you wanted proof. Illusions can't bleed, or if they do, they don't give off the scent of fresh, flowing blood. There was nothing quite so enticing as the smell of a woman's blood. The woman died. Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, big tall. Yeah, I liked her. We were talking about the same person. This guy's into blood. Can't imagine why. Okay, you say to yourself, whether that is the real Gavra or not is immaterial for the moment. Whoever it is doesn't deserve to die, just so Ariadne can prove a point. You look at the girl and notice that her lips are trembling and her skin is pale. You concentrate on the ring and drop the protective field. What if I trade you the ring for the safety of the girl and be in the promise that you will lift the curse of Fadil? The Tiger Lord throws back his head and laughs. The were-rat titters as if you had just told a funny joke. Then Ariana levels his gaze at you, and you see that his eyes are now bright red like glowing embers. You ask too much, blood of Kalita. If your bauble is not worth an entire village and a girl, he grins slyly. Choose one or the other, Fadil or Gavra. Give me a moment to decide, you say nervously. Choose quickly, boy, he hisses. My patience wears thin and I grow hungry. The Tiger Lord again extends his claw toward the girl's throat. One simple girl or an entire village? Now we went off on a Game of Thrones run. You like Brienne, the actress? She also makes an excellent Lucifer. I wouldn't know about that. In what, Bobby? Yeah, there you go. All right, let me get a drink here because about losing it here. Are you waking up, Shannon? We actually might be to the end of this. I'll get the tiger awake here for the end of this. The girl, you blurted out, at last hitting upon a way to trick Ariadne. Let her go. I'll give you the ring. I want Gavra safe. Ariadne, she doesn't deserve to die over this. Ariadne nods to Cyril. The were-rat releases Gavra. The girl takes a tentative step backwards. However, the were-rat blocks her path. You're not going anywhere, Cyril says, until my master has the ring. Sandman. Oh, I haven't seen Sandman. Yeah, same, right? I actually remember she's in that now. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Sandman. Are we doing an impromptu bag stream right after this? I don't think so, bud. That would be cool, though. 3 weeks. 3 weeks for bag. All right, let me see here. The Tiger Lord silently pats towards you, his paw-like hand outstretched. Now give me the ring. Make a show of trying to pull the ring off your finger. Meanwhile, you focus all your concentration on the ring. Beads of sweat roll down your forehead and across your cheek. Ariana takes another step forward and growls, and you slide the ring off your finger and hold it up before him with your thumb and index finger. Take good care of this, you say softly, still concentrating with all your might. Tiger Lord grins broadly, and his furry fingers close about the band. At that moment, you grip the ring tighter and call forth the Bloodstone's magical beam. The pale golden light courses from the band up through the Lord's fingers and through his arm. You watch in amazement as miniature lightning bolts dance across his hide, over his shoulder and down to his chest. He howls madly in pain and releases the ring quickly. You slip it back on your finger. Now, I would love to howl that madly, but I don't have the voice for it anymore tonight. I knew you was looking it up. Cool. What's a bag stream? A military action game, Bobby. Once a month, we that's one of our games, and Sis is in that one. It's a cool game. It's like G.I. Joe. My version of it. Okay. Again, concentrated on the stone, you call forth another beam. This one strikes Ariadne in the stomach and pushes him backward across the room, slamming him into a bookcase. Are we actually to the end here? Oh my goodness, we are. This is the ending, guys. Okay, we finally made it. There's just a few pages left. Yep. It's one of my favorites. I like all my games, but that one we have a really good time with because I love G.I. Joe. Looked him up. Seems I did not read Lone Wolf books. Albert. But if Cody's going to read them, that'd be awesome. Chat and Fighting Fantasy. All right, let's get through this. A were-rat jumps up in front of her master, as if ready to take the brunt of another magical blast. You breathe in great gulps of air and concentrate on the ring once more. You must finish off Ariadne quickly, you tell yourself, before what is left of your energy fails and you are at Cyril's mercy. You will your remaining strength to flow into the ring and dash forward, narrowly avoiding Cyril's long nails in the process. You drop to the floor and touch your hand to the Rakshas's rear leg, making sure the bloodstone comes into contact with his flesh. You hear something sizzle and pop, and you watch as miniature bolts of golden lightning crackle all around your hand. The Lord roars in response and tries to shake you. But his efforts are futile. The ring's magic is stronger than he is. His roar is decreasing in intensity. He is dying. Though you try to maintain your grip on Ariadne's leg, the were-rat lands a solid blow to your back and knocks you free. Skid forward on your rump across the polished wood floor and slide to a stop near the overturned couch. Okay, you get storms. Thank you, Rube. You jump to your feet as the doors to the dead fly open. Gavra screams. It is all you can do to keep a shout of terror from rising in your throat. In the hallway beyond are 2 men, dead men. Gray flesh clings to their bones in tattered strips. Their lips hang slack, revealing pointed teeth. Their eyes are gone. The black sockets seem to stare straight at you. Rotting, clutching clothing clings to their frames and rustles repulsively as they shuffle forward on bony feet. Bad Carrie warned you there were undead creatures under Ariadne's command. Yeah. I get it at this point, okay? Trembling, Gavin runs into your arms. Zombies, she cries. Randy, the zombies will kill us. You pull her to your side. The pair of you back up until you are against the Lord's desk. You risk a glance at Ariadne and see that he is barely moving. Sterilda the were-rat cradles his head and bares her teeth at you. Stop, you order the zombies. I'll kill your master, I swear it. You point the ring at him and try to concentrate again. You have little strength left, and you prop yourself up on the desk. I'll burn his flesh until he looks like you. You heard him, Sterilda spits. Keep back. She turns her attention back to her master for a moment, and he brushes the orange fur on the top of his head. He might have the power to kill you, she whispers. Though her words are soft, you hear every one of them. Bargain with him, master. Please. Butch is nervous and hiding. Cue up ambient storm. Agreed. Excuse me. You focus on the bloodstone and call up a protective shield around you and Gavra. You realize now that you don't have enough energy left to blast the Rakshasa again. And you know the undead of the were-rat would never let you close enough to him so you can kill him with your bare hands. You should have known I couldn't really best it, you think to yourself. I'm not a real wizard yet. I don't have enough spells, enough energy. I don't. But you will, Briandy, the voice of Bad Carrie replies inside your head. You've accomplished much today, much more than I thought possible. Come study with me and gain the power you need to defeat Ariadne once and for all. Not until I say Fadil, you say out loud. Ariadne, you want to live? Are you ready to trade your life for what I want? You pray the Lord cannot see how exhausted you are, that he does not realize that you have the power to back up your threat. Way of the Tiger, ninja books. Read some of those. That sounds cool. Okay. The Lord of the Island slowly nods his furry head. He attempts to rise. But the best he can muster with the were-rat's help is to prop him against the bookcase. A circular scorch mark where one of the ring's beams hit him is clearly visible on his stomach. Yes, I want to live, he growls softly. What do you want? Lift the curse from Fadil, you order. I want the village whole again. I want the people returned to their rightful forms. No more Raven Kid, Ariadne. Do you understand? It will be done, he states simply. I give you my word. I'm not sure I trust your word, you retort. Yeah, if the internet holds that, so that's my go-to. Cool. Let's see. My word is good, blood of Kalita. He closes his emerald eyes, and his broad shoulders sag visibly. There. The village is rebuilding itself as we speak. By the time you reach Fadil, everything will be all as it was. And the people? Out the window, the Tiger Lord says. Nod to Gavra, though she is still trembling. With fear, she rushes to the only window in the den and looks outside. All I see is a man, Briandy. What does he look like? You call over her shoulder. The girl peers out the window again. He's young, with long black hair and a beard. He's dressed in a brown tunic, but he's torn. Let's see. My phone camera is taking photos when I tell it to. So annoying. Yeah, my phone does weird stuff too. It turns on, the camera comes on all the time. Bobby, you finished Lady Hawk? Lady Hawk was awesome. Love that movie. Okay, let's see. Okay. Kadag, you think to yourself. She's just trying to be your friend Kadag. Are all the residents back to normal, Ariani? Yes, the Rakshas gasped. And they will be the safe as long as you have the ring. Let me gone from my palace. The undead will let you pass. Take Gavra's hand. You are exhausted, and you sense that the protective bubble about you and the girl is weak. Still, Ariana doesn't need to know that. You lead the frightened girl past the Rakshasa and his were-rat pet. Surrealda curls her lips and hisses at you. The zombies part as you approach, forcing you to walk between them. Gavra shrinks against your side, gripping your arm tightly. The stench from the walking corpses is intense and burns your nostrils. You fight to keep from gagging as you brush past them. The girl nearly doubles over from the smell, but you support her and pass from the den into the hallway beyond. You move quickly down a staircase and out the large doors of the palace's front. The sky is clearing. The gray is shot through by the rays of the early morning sun. Daylight is returning to Shriraji. Kadag, you call. Your old friend in human form at last hurries to your side. He hugs you fiercely and asks what happened. We got a Cherry Vlog in the house. Hello, Sherry. Nice to see you. Let's try to read up the end of this book here. Yeah, it is one of my all-time faves too, Victor. Love Lady Ark. And you'd watch it again? Yep. And you liked it and watch it again. That's cool. Saying hi. All right, let's finish this up. Got like less than a page left. As you walk down the mountainside and the jungle swallows you, you explain about your ordeal in the palace, about nearly defeating Ariani, about his undead and the were-rat, and about how you finally got him to lift the curse. But he still lives? Kadag asks. For now, you reply. But one day, when I'm a better wizard, with Mad Carrie's help, he will live no more. His spirit can join those in that haunted cemetery. Let's go home, Gavra says, at last recovering from the ordeal. She's no longer trembling as she looks at you with wide, bright eyes. Yes, Kadag beams. Let's all go home with the deal. Your friend pauses and glances at the splotches in the sky that show between the gaps of the forest canopy. Overhead, a pair of colorful parrots leap into flight from the high branch. Kadag sighs, and his gaze follows their course until they are lost from view. The end. We got to the end. Wow. That book is something else, man. I liked it, but it was long. Happy Friday to all. Yep. Can't wait for Friday. Any other suggestions? Oh, hey, a good one is Hawk the Slayer. If you haven't seen that, you should check out Hawk the Slayer. So many good ones. Beastmaster. If you haven't seen that, watch that, Bobby. I got recommendations. What are happening to Vox? He's doing okay? I don't know. I really don't. Bobby, let me check for you. Yeah. Hope Darkness is doing well. Yes, Ray. The end. We finally reached the end of Night of the Tiger. Sounds like we got a good one, too. Hope Darkness is doing well. Me, too. Bobby checks out Flesh and Blood. Yes. That's a great movie with Rutger Hauer. Yes, the end. Yes, both these. Deathstalker is good and cheesy. That's an understatement, but if you watch the second one right after, you can tell they used a lot of the same footage for both movies. It's supposed to be a different story. But I did like, Deathstalker was pretty good. Yeah, I think. He's doing okay tonight, limping still, though. Hope he gets better. Poor guy. Sounds like he's been through the mill. Well, all right. We reached the end of the book. We were supposed to read Mountain of Mirrors, but we never got to it. We're over 2 hours in, and my voice is shot, or else I just go ahead and read this. Dead Alive by Peter Jackson. Haven't seen that one. Kroll. Oh my goodness, Ray. Yes, Kroll. Kroll is awesome. One of the better fantasy movies from the 80s. Yeah, so what we're going to do is next Thursday, I'm going to do a little bit on the module I want to talk about next week called Grimdal's Keep on Lenharo Fantasy Adventures. And then we'll read Mountain of Mirrors. So I'll do a combo episode and read Mountain of Mirrors. That way we can read whatever you guys voted on for next time. Let me see. Just a different genre, though. Yeah, it's kind of different. Yeah, Legend was awesome. We did a topic take on Legend, I think on like episode 8 or 9. Let me see. You visit Ray's channel soon. Ray does a lot of really cool stuff with animals, and especially Darkness the cat. Legend was awesome, yeah. Sumatran rat monkey. I'll look for those. Thanks. Probably seen Willow. Willow's a great one too. That's a Lucas film. All right, let me see what we got going on for the poll for what to watch next time, what to read next time. Our This Quest book review will be on June 6th. What adventure shall we take? Nightmare Castle at 41%. Dragon's Ransom 32%. Quest 9%. And Duel of the Masters at 18%. So I'm going to end the poll. Does anybody else want to vote before I end the poll? I haven't seen Dead Alive, but it's a good recommendation. I'll have to check that one out. I did like King Kong by Peter Jackson. That was interesting. Oh, Excalibur. Ray, you got it covered. Yes. Seen Willow too many times. I get you, Jess. I did that a lot in the 80s and 90s, right after it came out. So I get you. So all right, I'm going to end the poll. And it looks like we're going to be raiding on Nightmare Castle, which is this bad boy right here. This will be next month, but I will read Mountain of Mirrors next week. So go ahead and read this. Keep this fun going next week. Let me see. Excalibur is on your top 10 movies of all time. It'd be really hard for me to put together a top 10 movies of all time for me. I love so many movies. Never seen Cemetery Man, Victor, but another one I'll check out. Bobby says she thinks she saw that one. Victor, I didn't know they showed it at the theater. Let's see. It was an artsy-fartsy theater. All right. So we got 2 books coming up pretty quick, too. So we'll have we'll do an episode combo next week, like I said. Top 10 list if you would omit the adult films. I don't think any of those would be in my top 10. Unless it was, since Lord of the Rings must have been a limited or cult release. Let's see. I could make a top 100 list. I might be able to do that, David. I do love a lot of movies. Right. No top 10. Yeah, I couldn't possibly do just a top 10, but maybe a top 100. That might actually be an interesting thing to do, the top 100 movies. Have some fun with that. I know other people have done it, but, we have a different opinion, so, that's just life. That's the spice of life. Pacific Rim Job is top 10 still. I've never heard of that one, but I can only imagine what that's about. Hardware. I haven't seen Hardware either. Yeah, we would do a stream of it. Yes, Ray. It's something I'll talk over with Tiger. I get her to wake up. Top 10 I can think of this week. Yeah, top 10 I can think of this week. I totally agree with that. Let me get this music off so we can chat a bit more here before I say goodnight. But I get to have more money and more on my list because I'm a Gemini. So David would be able to do it in the top 200. You were the stud man. Stud cut. Let's see. Hardware. I watched it a couple of years ago. Not as good as I remember. I remember it coming on, but I don't. Wasn't that based off of the comic Hardware by Valiant Comics? I don't know. I could be wrong. I can say what my favorite movies are. I can't say what my favorite movies are. It's impossible. I kind of agree, Jess. But I think we could put together a top 100 of movies that we all really kind of like. That would be fun. Let's see. He was in the stunt red. Cherry 3000? Yep. I remember that one. Yeah. B2 Jess? Yeah. Can't. I don't know. I could pick a top 10, that's for sure. Stunt rib. Oh, sheesh, you guys. Yeah, I agree with that. You want to watch Orphan Black? No, I've never watched Orphan Black, but I wanted to. I have a hard time getting around to anything lately. Yeah, Cherry 2000. Yeah, I got what you meant, buddy. I even said 2000, I think. I might have said 3000, but yeah, I knew what you meant. Yeah, Orphan Black. Wasn't that on Was that on Netflix? I don't remember. I started David S. Got it away from me. The first couple were good. Orphan Black was excellent. Yeah, it's one I've been wanting to watch. The acting in Orphan Black is epic. So that's on David's highly recommended. Guitar off the cuff recommends Orphan Black. You're watching Heroes again? Oh man, I never watched the end of that. And then they had a spin-off miniseries years later, but it didn't have any of my favorite characters in it. So I was like, why would I watch it? You know, I don't know if it was good or not. I started watching a little bit of it. It was, it was originally on BBC America. Oh, okay. Oh, it's one of those. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have cable. I just have a bunch of streaming stuff. I think it's on BBC Box or whatever. BritBox, I think is what that's called. Pretty much everything BBC America is on there. Everyone in the whole show is played by one actress. Really? I did not know that. Is that true? Started watching Black Mirror again, but not distracted by something else. We watched a lot of Riff Tracks movies. I feel unfinished, so I must. Yes, I know that about a lot of different things. Like my Tiger and I are in the middle of. We've been watching Warehouse 13 and Eureka, but we've been watching one episode together as the shows progress, and we're in about season 2. I love both those shows. Let's see, just about everyone. It's about clones. Okay, what was that? Westworld. Westworld was pretty good like that. It had a bunch of robotic people and stuff that looked real. Manos, The Hands of Fate, Riff Tracks. YouTube has a bunch of good films. Yeah, actually, YouTube has improved over the last 5 years, that's for sure. Riff Track is what? Riff Tracks is kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000, where they take movies and comment on them. If I remember right, I've only seen a couple of them. It's been a while. Let's see. Manos, Hands of Fate is iconic. Riff Tracks. I think Riff Tracks is on YouTube, isn't it? Like I said, it's been a while. Autocorrect got you again. Yeah, autocorrect is the devil. I'm not sure. The new series that's out that I would highly recommend is Fallout. If you guys haven't seen that, that's on Amazon Prime. It's awesome. Mystery Science Theater 3000 is part of your soul. Some of those are fun. They just kind of dub over movies. Yes, they have a YouTube channels. Yes. Yeah. Victor, I started making a watch list of YouTube movies. A lot are really old and I've never heard of them. Love old horror movies. Well, if you love old horror movies, Jess, you should check out the Hammer films. A lot of them are really good. A lot of them are not so good, but there's a lot of them. Christopher Lee, Vincent Price, all your classic horror film actors were in a lot of those Hammer films. Okay, let's see. We love Fallout. Yes, Fallout was good. Little creepier than I thought I'd like, though. Yes, but it was still really good. The one I just watched recently was Twisted Metal, which wasn't bad. It was better than I thought it was going to be. B2 Jess, level horror. Cushing, Peter Cushing, yeah. That was the other one I was thinking of, Ray. But yeah, they even have one with all of them in the same movie together. It was really cool. And I can't remember the name of that movie. It's been a long time. We watch a lot of Hammer. Yes. If you haven't seen Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter, that's a good one. It doesn't have any of those actors in it, but it is a good movie. Karnstein Trilogy. Haven't heard of that, Victor. I used to review those on Spine Ticks. Cool. You always remember the names of facts that we are looking for. I hope so. Yeah, this memory is not what it used to be, my friends. And on that note, I'm going to have to say goodnight. I definitely appreciate you all being here. Have had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I know I enjoyed the chat, so I hope you guys did too. Let's see. You said you like old Italian horror movies, maybe Spain and France. I've seen a few of those. Some are good, some not so good. Let's see. I can't remember what I had for breakfast though. Yeah, I get you. I remember you telling me that Goblin soundtracks for fun, for life, Fulci films. Now, I haven't seen that or heard that. Let's see. Hammer Films. Hammer Films were a series. It was a movie production company, Bobby, that put out a bunch of horror movies in like the late 60s, early 70s, if I remember correctly. Really, a lot of good Dracula movies with Christopher Lee. And a few of them had Vincent Price, and some of them had Peter Cushing. They just, yeah. Good night, yes. Good night, Victor. Good night, Bobby. You guys definitely thank you for being here. Yes, sir, Victor. Too bad we don't have the same area, or we'd be talking about this all the time. I agree, man. I wish we all lived around each other. Feels like we're all in this community here together. Cheddar Goblin soundtrack. Blah. We got my cat trying to get into something she's not supposed to be. That's what it is. You don't eat breakfast, always remember what I had. Loophole. I can make it back to call. I will look you up, Sith. Yeah, just back to Cali. If I get out there this year, I definitely wanted to meet up with Sith Lordly. That would be cool. Good night. Should have heard of it then. Weird. Everybody say good night. I will too when I make it back to Cali. I've never been. Logan, I will send you the Cheddar Goblin. Okay. All right. And on that note, I'm gonna sign off. And you guys have been great. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow night on Fridays, and then Saturdays for Spine Six. No worries, Jess. You don't have to shut up. Good night, you guys. You're the best.